Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Summit 6 American Qualifier Finals. It's Team NP versus Complexity. We're about to jump into game number 3 of this best of 5. Both these teams have earned 1 win, and we're back even once more. I'm Kyle Guy for Beyond the Summit. I'm going to be joined again by Grant. And here we go. Already the draft underway, Grant, and this time with first pick advantage, MP will not allow Complexity to snag up the unbanned Wisp, and instead will take it for themselves. Every draft, these first picks continue to get more and more fun. Look at this. Now the Lesh is back.
Yep, the Lesh track is back. We don't know. Could be another offlane or could be support coming from Swindle, but we have seen Team NP play quite a bit of IO. I actually expected them to pick it more this series, and they finally pick it up once themselves. Maybe throwing Complexity off since they've let it through so much.
Yeah, I would not put it past Swindle. He's probably ready to take this Lesh and put it either way. But the way Moop played it in game number 1 was just ridiculous. So probably something you're going to be preferring. But their next move pickup is going to be the Vengeful Spirit here. And they're not that team to really pull out in a core position, right? We saw plenty from FDL, but I don't feel like this is going to be as versatile for Complexity.
Yeah, this feels more like one of those. We've only seen Complexity play defensive supports, and that's kind of what a Vengeful is. I mean, laning phase, a little more aggressive, but in the late game, she's just there for swapping, and that's what it feels like.
Makes it feel like it's definitely going to be the Swindle pick, because I don't see Z-Freak play this a whole often. We've been seeing a lot of course, Z-Freak play, when not, of course, put up with the Wisp. But you pull out like a Mirana from time to time, and Kunkka have always been the go-tos. So I'm curious if it's something that they fall back on now for Z-Freak moving forward. Of course, this also goes in hand with assuming that the Lesh is not going to be a support. But
yeah, exactly. And Stormsphere, just picked up by MP. Now they have 2 bans to maybe ban out stuff they don't want to play against with the Stormsphere pickup, because that was pretty aggressive Stormsphere pick in the first phase.
It really is, because there's plenty of options out there to get some atypical counters for it. If they have the flexibility to grab another support, we could see a Disruptor come out, which is very nice to have against both the Wisp and a Storm Spirit, with its control of the Static Storm and the Silence, obviously. And then Glimpse also could really kind of ruin the day for either of them, who depends so much on their quick mobility. Outside of that, just any kind of Silence could be swell. Some teams kind of even picking up the Silence. Even another thing at FDL, would continue to throw into their rotation. Could be a power pick here, but we'll have to see if Complexity have their own style or not.
Yeah, it's interesting. Team NP's actually taking a little bit of the reserve time to think of this ban. They took 1 second and ban out the Nyx. Obviously, Carapace just super strong, and then the Mana Burn late game can really destroy a Storm Spirit.
Yeah, I don't know. If you want to really read into it, you could assume that maybe they're thinking about options like Bat Rider or something, but I thought I said this before, it's already banned, and there's a good option against it. Grant, your eyes are just so nice.
They're on. I've got pupils on like all the heroes that have been picked so far.
I haven't even seen MSS play Bat ever for this team, and
I've seen it once, yeah.
And they just get banned all the time, so that's why I just assume it's not banned, because I just never see it played. But I guess there's a reason for it.
I think he's been not even first phase ban. He's been the first ban. I think every game.
Yeah.
It's a strong hero. Yeah, and even after the nerf it got, it's just not enough. I mean, he can still jungle, and he's still the best initiator in the game, so why not?
It was weird because for a little bit there, it felt like Bat was not seeing too much light of day because of how popular Oracle was, and that Oracle was such a good counter against it. But I guess people just figured out how to start playing around it, and even when you have a Venge and an Oracle or a Shadow Demon, all these, even an OD, all these ways of kind of bailing out people from Lasso. It's just kind of a testament to the hero, I guess, that he still continues to get first banned, even when it seems like there's so many counters out there for him. So, steady as she goes. Next ban now coming out from MP, and again, they're going to be using the majority of their clock for it, with Complexity kind of keeping things a bit versatile and not really showing much. It's kind of hard to gauge. It's just a matter of if they want to, I don't know.
Exactly. It looks like Team NP actually almost has half the lineup Complexity had in game 1 if they pick up a Nyx, which is pretty good on NP right now. The magic immunity and then the Vessel for Storm Spirit's already picked up there.
Oh, you're right. Oh, this is a great Lifestealer game.
We'll see what Complexity, if they want to take it here, or if they go a completely different route.
What do you do to prepare that's good against a Lifestealer, though?
I don't know, just right click that goes through. I don't know. Dragon Knight maybe. Well, that's looking like they want to do some more push strategy with the Leshrac Dragon Knight now.
I gotta say, like, I don't know how much influence like Swindle personally has in like the mid lane picks and how much he reaches out to cancel, but they share a very similar hero pool from when Melons played mid lane.
Yep.
Either early Dota 2 or maybe all the way back to Heroes of Newerth, but they loves Dragon Knight, Puck. He didn't play Tinker. I will give him that. He didn't play much Tinker or anything like that, but yeah, they definitely share a similar hero pool, so Melons can kind of read out a game to see which of those heroes is at its best, and he feels like Dragon Knight's at its best here, and MP kind of take it back a page or so, Grant, and pull out the Enchantress.
Yeah, and I believe, I mean, we've seen, it seemed like NA Dota was the kind of, the scene that always played it offlane with Ike's Mike and all that doing that, but I believe, I mean, SVG and 1437 can play it. Who's the IO player on their team? Is it I believe it was SVG on Shazam.
I think I saw Teeman play it.
It was Teeman play. Okay.
Teeman play it.
I think either one can play either of these heroes, so it should be.
But Enchantress Wisp is just not a good support pair, right?
You have IO just kind of sitting around, maybe harassing a lane, and a greedy Enchantress possibly just farming up a lot, or you might see an early gank with a Centaur or something. But it's not the best duo together, especially in.
So it feels like it's probably going to be an off-lane Enchantress.
I just don't think it's good enough to deal with all the stuns already. Leshrac and Venge, an Enchantress in the offlane would just get blown up. I think.
Lesh would definitely blow up an Enchantress, and if it's a move Leshrac, it definitely will. That is weird though. I've always had the impression that it's just not a really good pairing here. The Enchantress. It feels very greedy. Like, what is your safe laner going to do? They better get a safe laner who is fine on their own, because Enchantress is not going to be around for much of it, I imagine. And Wisp, I don't know, maybe, I guess the Wisp doesn't have to go mid lane, but...
now Luna.
And a Luna, suddenly, you know?
It really feels like Complexity wants to take this mid-game, kind of like they did in Game 1. They have a lot of those extremely good pushers. They have the double or now, Venge and Luna, and obviously Dragon Knight with his ultimate can push down towers super quick, and Edict.
Did you say double lore?
Double aura.
Oh.
I might have said that. I don't know. I'm just spewing.
I was just curious. I'm like, is there a lore story of like Vengeful and Luna are related? I'm like,
yeah, Luna stole Vengeful's boyfriend. Dragon Knight, actually. That's why he's between them right now.
Are you serious or no?
Yeah, no, that's actually lore. Why would Dota have lore where someone's stealing someone's girlfriend?
I don't know. Why would Dota have lore where like Sand King's made out of sand without any living? I don't know. There's like a bunch of crazy shit in Dota. coL like genocided all of like Night Stalker's people. Like that exists at some point, I guess.
That's
Dota.
true. Yeah, it's true. No, I know. Slacks told me this lore a while ago. It's like Vengeful and Crystal Maiden were like sisters. No one really cared. And you just talked about Sand King. What a call by you.
I mean, I'm just so smart because I knew Sand King was coming, of course.
Yeah, so you could talk about his lore. I can respect that, and that is probably going to be their offlane hero now, I assume. No, because we've seen SVG play. They're actually the one team who plays at support still. Yeah. There's so many ways NP can take. Not so many ways.
And it's just, it could be a good matchup against
Dragon
Knight,
Yeah. They might send it middle. This is interesting.
This is very interesting. These two guys are like, I feel like they're just like going way too next level with their drafting. Like this is like, or maybe we're thinking too hard about it.
We probably are.
This whole series has been definitely not meta. Like it's been them doing their own thing, and I can appreciate that. I welcome old faces like the ugly face of Leshrac and Enchantress's beautiful mug.
Yeah, I was about to say she's not ugly at all, but she has orange hair too.
God damn.
Gorgeous, yeah. And well, there's the next band we were talking about. So
you were talking about Grant. You were talking about it.
Yeah, and they don't want to give it to him this time. They obviously need a pretty darn physical hard carry last, and Naix is a pretty darn good one. They could go with the PA, but this time played in a carry role. We'll see.
Omni Knight will get the ban, and now MP will be one step away from revealing what it is they're up to here. Plausible options, of course, keeping this Enchantress as the support tandem, but they could also throw it to the off lane, have the Sand King get in a matchup situation against the DK.
10 seconds remaining.
What about team composition do you feel like maybe they are lacking? Maybe they have a stun in Sand King and a pull in Storm for CC. They have heal.
They just need a tower pusher, really.
Yeah, tower pusher would help a bit. Anything along with what Enchantress can pull together. His
Yep.
team fight's a bit there. It's like, yeah, tower pushing would definitely help out.
I mean, they're against the Luna Dragon Knight Leshrac tower pushing duo. They might just want to play the super late game. You know, they're gonna let their tier 2s go down like in game 1, and they might just try to defend high ground.
Just get like that Morphling, you know.
It's not a bad pick here. We'll see if they go for it. They only have 15 seconds, so your guess is as good as mine.
They
Morphling Juggernaut. Yep, well, okay.
Oh, on
Juggernaut.
cue?
All right, on cue. I was thinking about we haven't seen it at all yet, and I'm like, I mean, he's a good hero. Good physical, pushes towers, and the healing ward with IO is pretty darn good.
Nicely
And now-
done. So now we have a Jug. So
Yep.
still doesn't really identify. Like,
10
I don't know if I'm
seconds remaining.
100% sold on who's playing the Sand King and who's playing the Enchantress. I mean, MSS is
5
from the NA Dota
seconds
streets
remaining.
after all. Have
Yeah.
you ever seen him play offlane Enchantress? Can
Yeah,
we-
I've seen him play Enchantress and Sand King, but that was like 2 patches ago. Nothing
Yeah.
super changed Enchantress. She just kind of fell out of the
Yeah.
meta. I think that greedy 4 Enchantress is just
10
better here in
seconds
general, because I think a lot of your lanes are going to get lost. There's just so many stuns on complexity, and yeah, but it's going to be the Mu Leshrac again.
The Mu Leshrac again. It was a treat in game number 1. And Z-Freak is going to opt to hop into what looks like the Ricky pick here. So he gets a little bit of that crowd control with the help of the smoke screen. And we'll obviously be able to bring in some serious intel. Does make things a bit shaky for your Wisp, of course. Which Demon does hop in now. And SVG will be taking, it looks like, the Enchantress. Unless there's any sort of last-second switches. It's going to feel like a pretty greedy support duo from MP, but I'm curious to see how their lanes pan out and how much the Wisp or Enchantress is going to be helping out in the laning phase and where. It's just a big question mark for me is all.
Yep. We're definitely going to see, I think, even Complexity is going to TP Smoke Ward a little more aggressively this time versus the Enchantress, I
10
think.
seconds remaining.
We'll see. 10 seconds remaining. Get into the map. Have some fun.
5 seconds
Game number
remaining.
3 of the Summit 6 America Qualifier Final. And, of course, the winner of this is going to be qualifying for the LAN, coming out to LA. Loser will have to give it a shot next time, unfortunately. So,
Yep. Loser has to feel bad for now, though.
Prepare for battle.
feel bad. Probably have an emo tweet about it and just move on to your next tournament. Stream, maybe. Who knows?
And MP doesn't TP at all to ward, maybe because they know the Ricky TP'd already and they don't want to, like, get their wards counter. I think that's kind of a smart call here. Z-Freak's get a sentry? Okay.
That is to block out that camp.
Yep.
Obviously, one that would be a big benefactor to it would probably be MSS in the off lane. Obviously, the Enchantress would love to be able to creep in there for the early creep, but not going to be able to work with that camp for now. And it looks like things are just going to be pretty straightforward here from MP. Again, no crazy aggro lane shenanigans.
Nope. And, man, they really don't like
30
sharing
seconds
tangos with
to
cancel. They're just fine letting him do that. They all have, even the Luna has 8. Maybe they're waiting to give him the rune, maybe, and then give it to him. I mean, you have to give tangos to a Dragon Knight in this situation, like 100%. There we go. There we go.
Okay.
I was
That's
about to
nice.
I'm like, this is a terrible matchup for DK if he doesn't have any. Like, level 1s through 3 is just terrible for the DK. Then once he gets some points in that Dragon Blood, he's
Battle
fine.
begins.
And rune for rune, the normal. Wonder what happened to giving IO the rune to get the quick bottle. I guess you just don't do it anymore.
Yeah, right?
That used to be the
mean,
play.
Yeah, it might still have a place somewhere, but, you know, then again, we don't really see, like, the tiny Wisp thing anymore.
Yeah.
Wisp just kind of has a whole new place in this meta now from what it used to be before, but still is a big enough factor to continue to see the light of day, as Theban is going to be taking reign on it now, and I was curious where he was going to be hanging out, and it is going to be by the side of Owie, so we'll see how much work they can do. They haven't tested before them, though, as it's going to be that Mu Lesh. Now, first game, Mu had the benefit, of course, of Z-Freak hanging around, but this time he's got to do it by himself.
Yep. And where is Z-Freak right now? Is he just... Oh, he's sitting on SVG.
SVG,
And he knows 'cause Yep, because he took
Ooh.
over a creep. He knows he doesn't have the untouchable, and he can just do quite a bit to him. What, he's still a netter? Yeah. I mean, SVG should live here, but he's going to take a lot of damage.
yeah, there's an Orb of Venom also on this Ricky. This is really bad, and
Yeah. He does have iron move speed, though, because he got the Windlace first.
and she is tied for the fastest hero in the game.
Who's first?
It's tied with
Crystal
coL.
Maiden?
coL, bro.
Oh.
Used to be
Actually
just Enchantress, and then
they gave coddle the buff.
they gave coddle the buff. Now he's
Oh,
fast.
that's nice.
Yeah, you know. I mean, he's riding a horse. It's made of light, so probably moves pretty fast.
He should only move fast during the day. At night, he shouldn't.
He should move at the speed of light, Grant.
Yeah, he should. How fast would that be? 522?
Probably.
Okay. Then we're ready. Let's see what Z-Freak does here, I guess.
He's probably going to slice him a bit. He gets netted. And he's like, I'm good.
He does no damage without backstab, so smart play. SVG just mans up on him. Sometimes the best thing to do is not run and just fight back.
Take note, pubs. And Melons is looking to kind of come around. He knows that as long as SVG is hanging, and SVG is like, oh, he tries to put himself deep inside the crevice here, and we'll be able to have a way to retreat in case someone does come by. But Z-Freak now is getting stunned up. SVG putting on a clinic here, saying, do not mess with me. Your jungle is now my jungle. But now it's going to be a 2v1 potentially. As Melon steps in.
And those creeps just do so much damage, they can't do anything.
And if MSS shows up too, then this is definitely a favorable skirmish for MP. The stun will be committed. It's onto the creep, but eventually the creep moves forward and it gets off his own stun. MSS will strike him down, and they will take first blood. SVG just has no respect for complexity in their own jungle. Is just happy to go toe-to-toe with anybody.
Yeah, you can't. Oh, the sentry down, but Z-Freak wasn't there. You really can't go again. They're both level 1. You can't go, and they're going to try to go on Justin here. Are they going to be able to bring him down? Probably not.
Swindle's back now,
Centaur's
so
coming, though.
he can help out. But, yeah, this is quickly turning into some trouble with complexity.
Yeah, and I'm surprised Z-Freak just isn't leeching his experience, standing by him. Instead, he's trying to put in some work, and it's not working. Now he has a point in Untouchable, too. So this SVG's looking really scary. That was mid, anyways. Storm and DK are pretty even.
Yeah, I don't see too much kill potential going really either way unless there's a serious misplay there. So I was more curious to venture up here and see how Moo's doing on this solo lane of an off-lane Leclerc. 7-1 CS it looks like for him. And Owie obviously got the little bit better of it, 11-2 on his jug. So kind of a win-win for both.
Yep. Bottom lane, they're diving in now on Swindle.
Melons pushes out the stun on the Theban, but now he's caught between a whole massive army here and without much place to go. He will eventually get dropped. No one will actually get the last hit on that. It will be claimed by the creeps and distributed appropriately, but Z-Freak not done yet. Moves in for MSS, who has to walk back through the cloud, and that's exactly what they want. So they'll be able to strike him down and Complexity get themselves on the board and make it 1-2.
That's huge. Why did he walk back into the cloud? Why didn't he just keep going up to the left and then stunning over to the right to his team?
Pathing or something? I'm not too sure either. I mean,
that was interesting.
Whatever it was in that moment, that Sand King felt like that was his best option. And
that's a huge kill because the Luna, it felt like the bottom lane was going pretty bad, but the Luna's level 4, so she's doing decently, and they're just going to go back in again with all these creeps.
Yeah, Justin is just trying to get a piece of the pie here in the lane. Making some good work out of it, but they want to kind of press the advantage on her when possible. MSS swing and a miss on his burrow strike in the trees. The move speed of this Luna is able to duck and dive out from trouble, and now they're looking to turn it back. Lucid Beam, and they're going to get it done. Z-Freak gets the last slash, or actually Luna gets the last pick, but now they turn it back over. MSS in trouble under another smoke. Back-to-back takedowns for him, and they might get SVG. Oh, Complexity right back in this early game for sure, Grant. Oh, man. And they're going to get the creep.
This is exactly what happened game 1 as well. Remember, they 3-man dove Moo and Z-Freak, and, well, they tried to 3-man dive 3 other heroes, and this Luna is just yoked down now. Level 4.5, got all that assist gold.
Oh, my goodness.
Ricky got most of the kill gold there, so he's going to be happy. He has boots, Orb of Venom, and 900 gold, and he's level 4. That's just a huge experience change.
Z-Freak went from a situation where it's like it looked like he didn't have a clue of what he was going to be able to do to now just being on top of the world.
And he is indeed.
Unfortunate misstep there for MP, getting very excited or very assertive in that lane, just a bit too far.
That's the problem. Enchantress creeps are so strong, like when everyone's level 1, but you just get a few more stats on all your heroes, and those creeps, I mean, you overestimate them. And that's kind of what they did. They dove in, and this Luna just handled them.
All right, we have to see what the next plan is going to be here for MP. For now, they leave MSS to his devices in the lane.
Uh-oh, bot at their top.
Bottom to top, bottom to top. It's Moo, he's in trouble. Blade Fury will get it done.
The bottom lane of the Dire, you know what I mean?
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, I just saw Howie and I'm like, he was literally just playing around. He had 590 experience. He just ran forward when the creep was dying and Omni slashed him. Leshrek definitely can't get away from that.
Good snipe by Howie there. And that lane was looking like a win-win, but now he'll be able to kind of take a bit of control here because bottom is right back to way for complexity, and this opened up some new doors for Z-Freak to kind of help out where the other lanes are either breaking even or need assistance, including this mid lane. Cancel's like, I got a haste rune. I'm just going to bull rush for the other rune now.
Works for me.
But there is MP members nearby. It's like, all right, I got a bounty and a haste. Let's see
Well,
what
they
we can do with
know SVG's just going to bait him around. He's creating space right now.
And she's fast, but haste is faster. Here comes Cancel. Boom!
He just has no TP. Oh, there's the heal. This could actually take quite a while to bring down.
I chop, you chop. You know what? I'll go into Dragon Form. That will help. Yeah. All right.
One
Some
auto
good,
tech
some
and a
good,
fire.
good dot damage here. He needs another attack. Can he get another one? Well, the stun from a ridiculous range will connect, and they'll finally be able to bring SVG down, but he'll say space for now.
Space created. The NA Classic again. Dragonite has treads. Luna, boots, Wraithband has the Aquila if she wants to bring it. Doesn't look like she does, though. Level 6 from the Luna could be a fight they want to take. It's hard versus the Enchantress. All the creeps could soak up a lot of the damage, but still a good thing to have, especially if they dive you.
Trying to get anything on the back end of this Dragon Form now. Maybe softening up the tower if possible, but Envy still continues to stand plant in this mid lane, getting closer to actually his level 8. It's been a great XP here, of course. We'll have to see how soon he looks to kind of ball into the game. Z-Freak is rounding the bed. He's got phase boots, and let's see if he can do any work onto Envy. It'd be nice to get a takedown before he really starts to utilize that ulti, but I don't know how big a level 1 smokescreen is going to be able to work.
Yeah, exactly. And man, we see the power of, like, not Leshrek without an IO. Leshrek spams like 2 stuns, and he's already at half mana. With the IO, that's what made him so strong. He always had full mana. He could just run at you with the higher move speed from the IO always on him. It feels like Leshrek's just so much weaker in lane without it. And look at Eternal Envy.
Yeah, he's got Ball Lightning, though. That Cloud's there, though. He needs more. Not going to be good enough. But
a Blink Strike would have been... Oh, he's go!
Oh, man. Okay. Okay, Z-Freak. Oh,
I think he's alive,
please
but
make it out alive.
He has phase boots.
I was going to say, that would be quite embarrassing, unfortunately.
If he had a little bit less mana, he would have just barely made it over, and I think he would have caught him there, but doesn't now. Yeah, we see what they needed. Owie with the power push pick, and he's just pushing top tower with the healing ward.
Yep, getting some good destructive work done down there, up there, while down here, MP still have this tri-lane built up now. As they continue to poke a bit at this tier 1, they've been actually doing quite a bit more damage than anything Complexity have been able to do. Looking to just kind of win the game, do the objective, and just claim more money from that front because the kills have not been working out. Even
Rose gets away.
Yeah.
But they're going to push this tower now with the Dragon Form and the Arcane Rune, so Elder Dragon Form, quick cooldown after this too.
Serious efficiency, and now they begin to go on their poke of tier 1, and looks like NP don't want to have anything to say about it. So instead they're going their own pushes. Owie got that top tower, NP doing some work on this mid tier 1.
Man, not much. They're just all pushing some objectives here. Of course, coL putting a little more into it. 4 heroes bottom while Envy's doing it by himself. Well, Owie now. Those two just pushing tower middle. Eats a tree so he sees if any TPs come. Smart play by Owie.
You just need a lot to take any sort of opportunity because everyone's so hard to kill.
There we go. Smoke screen. Stun.
But Envy jumps forward, looking to go for Moo. Is welcomed from a wealth of stuns. Envy, fortunately, a bit too brash. He felt the opportunity to make a jump in, but he just gets knocked in the noggin and put 6 feet under.
Do you see that? Dragon Knight, that's a new ultimate because he had the Arcane Rune up. That's a lot of value.
Dang.
He's moving around. I'm surprised they're actually, they're going to go top with it maybe. I think it'll run out by the time they reach tower, but he's getting close to his armlet now.
A lot of money here on SVG. Is he going for like a straight Midas or buying treads flat out?
Venge died to an Omni Slash, nothing big. They're just gonna push bottom again though.
Yeah, it's going to be a trade here of tier 1s. Obviously, MP going to be able to get theirs first and foremost in the lane, while Cancel's still trying to make his own approach. Mid lane, though, Justin gets caught out by Envy here, and they will be able to get the takedown. Justin not looking to commit the Eclipse. It looks already so grim. Meanwhile, up and above, they've been able to get the catch on SVG, lock him down a bit with the smoke screen, slow him down, and Moo will be able to rush him forward with the power of the Edict. Makes snappy kills from both sides. Obviously, a much juicier one for NP in the takedown of the Luna.
Yeah, and it was a solo kill by Envy. You just can't let that happen as a player. You can't be the carry on a team and die solo to the middle player.
Yeah,
that's a big. That just hurts morale, honestly.
And for Envy's morale's sake, you know, he gets uplifted once again after just getting shut down that mid lane. He comes back with a solo kill. So,
are they gonna get this tier 1 top? Looks like they will. No one's defending it yet.
Yeah, they got it for sure.
Let's see if he gets the last hit. That's the biggest thing. Got it. Got it with his Tonka truck toy or his sword that looks like paper.
Well,
it's an armlet now.
Now we heading to the bottom lane as they continue to farm it on up. But you know, what I was trying to say before they actually had a little bit of action is no pick is really an easy pick in this one. Untouchable, you know, Blade Spin, Sand King, Burrow Strike, Storm jumping around. No target's easy. They have to have everything necessary if they want to kind of make any sort of casual strike. You're not going to see too many of those solo picks. But yeah, here Aoi and company are just going to go ahead and just exit on the back door and continue their own work. Looks like SVG did opt to grab him some boots, and a drums are going to be in the near future for him.
Well, the pretty standard build. MSS, no Iron Talon, but he's still reasonably close to his blink. Will be about 300 away if he gets all these. Well, he misses one. Come on, MSS. Misses another, misses the third. I can't deal with him right now. He just missed 3 free farm. Come on, MSS. And that's actually hurts because he wants that blink there. You can't miss free farm like that.
I'm doing him the favor by not putting it on camera as I just walk with Z-Freak here.
That's fine. He missed 2 more on the next wave. He's getting there though.
I appreciate you calling him out, so he knows.
Yeah. Ooh, the bottom lane, Z-Freak has
Woo! Long bungee, but not going to be making it far enough. See you later, Steven.
I don't know what they get out of this kill really though. They have 5 people bottom, but the tier 1's already down. They could maybe Roche. No. Dragon Knight's gonna TP out, so I mean not the biggest kill honestly from coL with how much they committed.
That's more just Steven just kind of tanking the gank, really. Aoi's able to kind of make it out no problem, and no objective will be had, so coL just gonna have to go right back to the grindstone a bit. Z-Freak continues to move around, looking for setups and providing information where necessary as he stalks Envy now. Does need to continue to get some levels though.
And well, MSS free farming his way all the way to the tier 2 top, and now he has his blink. That's the thing, they committed 5 bottom and they just let the Sand King free farm like 4 waves top.
Yep. Now he'll have his blink, and I'm sure he's going to look to kind of get some blood on it.
Look at Z-Freak Envy's the one person who would know he's not getting full experience.
Yep.
From all that.
Yes,
but he does get 11, so that might scare him off. Uh-oh. He's going for the rune here, but he's looking uphill.
Moo's nearby. Moo's looking to bait him in when he wants to go for the rune. Okay, they do time the stun and the silence right on top of each other. Is Envy going to be able to make it out?
Nice.
No, he will not. They have enough firepower to get it done. And all the meanwhile, they will be also to be able to take down that tier 2 in the mid lane. Nice little boost here for coL, and they're not done yet. Rotations towards the top lane. They want to get a hold of the Enchantress. Can SVG make it out? Goes right for the TP. It will be good. Unless...
Wait, no.
Wow, what did he TP to? That was a long TP.
Yeah,
it gets canceled. Was it home base?
It had to be. I mean, it was long. So
that
was
was
a
long
little misplay there, yeah. Oh, and Moo just got his stun canceled by SVG Centaur, though.
So last giggle goes his way. Fair enough.
That was such a good play. That's a Z-Freak. That was a level 1 smoke from Ricky, and he placed it so perfectly that after the Lesh stun, he just couldn't get out of it, and that's a huge kill on Envy. They have 10-5. They have the tower pushers. They have Luna. Dragon Lance, Aquila, Trezzy.
Uh-oh, Aoi. He'd been doing a great job sniping kills without me watching it, but this time I got it all on camera. It's Swindles, who is the victim of this Omni Slash, and will be able to take him down. Aoi's just been so good at that, man. Just suddenly he's farming. I'm trying to follow him. I'm like, yeah, he's not doing too much. It's just Owie farming. And then all of a sudden he's like, I see a kill. I must obey. And he just rushes in and gets it done. Walks back out, goes back to that farm.
Wow, because of all these towers, cancel the Shadow Blade now. We see that a little more common.
Top lane jumping onto Justin here with that blink from MSS. Everybody showing up to play.
Yeah, that's 5 heroes.
Wow. They got him.
Luckily, Luna didn't lose much gold, but still.
They get even on the back end, though.
Yeah, I got him.
So.
That's the IO paint train. You do that, and you're gonna lose someone.
And Z-Freaks, they're like, ha, you didn't do the TP trick like me.
You're not the man like me.
You're not the man like me.
I was trying to read about it between games. Apparently, they like took it out of the game, but he did it. Apparently, he's just a god. That's why Owie said it. Like, apparently, it's like 0.01 seconds now or something you have to do it. So, Z-Freak the god. Oh, and the Shadow Blade cancel. He's gonna find MSS. He's gotta wait for Smoke Man to come up.
Yeah, hits him with the one value shot, gets the stun. They got the smoke. Tricks of the trade because why the hell not? SVD shows up now, looking to play, and now with Demon and Owie getting involved. No Omni Slash yet, but with Emmy getting in, he dishes down plenty of damage with the Ball Lightning Strike, and they will be able to bring down Cancel. Makes it a nice trade for MP once again.
And that's the thing, you dive in deep right there, and they still have a tier 2 tower up, and Envy just came from the base because he's a Storm Spirit. He can literally fly from the fountain to there right now. So just, I mean, MS has died, but they'll take it. Almost Bloodstone now on Envy. He's about a recipe cost off.
Now we will dish out with the wave here in the mid lane, but Justin had been residing up here for quite a while now, has about 1,000 gold. I think it's straight to the Manta here for this Luna. Oh, hold that thought. As Valley the Secret Shop, they've spotted out Z-Freak, and they make their move. He's trying to hide himself and Tucker into a corner. Can he Blink Strike out of this one? Doesn't look like it, as he has no mana. And will be punished. MP string together 3 consecutive fights. Take that.
Yeah, Complexity just needs to play maybe a little more together. They have a Dragon Knight and a Luna and a Lesh for a reason. You want to take, like, tower team fights, not just in the middle of nowhere team fights against a Juggernaut and a Sand King where you don't have vision of them.
Scans out.
Oh, and it barely misses Envy.
Yeah, he's in the corner, but they are coming for him. Oh, that will pop if Cancel walks over it, but he doesn't keep going. Wow, this is very awkward. He needed to wait a couple more seconds. The immediate swap from Swindle. Oh, that was very awkward. Now that means the stun will miss. Envy needs a little bit more time. He has no mana for the TP and needs 13 seconds for Arcane, so he might just be slowly withered down, and who will be able to finish him off?
And once again, not the biggest of kills.
Relocate, mid lane for Justin. Just as you take Envy, we'll get one of our own. Quick strike again by Owie, the real ninja of this game.
Yeah, that's a big one, because Envy, that's why he just bought Tommy. He bought out his Bloodstone, so he didn't lose charges. It's in base form, and he only lost like 50 unreliable gold. Meanwhile, Justin had quite a bit, and he dies. He needs to stop farming by himself. That's what is the 3rd pickup of him alone.
Yeah, they keep putting him in check. For every like 3 minutes of farm time, he thinks he's getting casually, and he's starting to bulk up some income.
Yeah.
Suddenly, MP show up, and you know they're like the mob. They're like, okay, where's our share? They take him down.
Oh, and Owie and Cancel just chilling each other. He's squaring up on him.
He has the Omni, and Owie's like, oh, he's a man. Okay.
He has a Shadow Blade too. Like, you Omni him, he just Shadow Blades away. They could go on him. There's looking to be a fight, but smart play by Owie, who, man, he is so far Manta style, more than half of a Diffusal Blade. He's the problem right now. You'd think it was gonna be Storm, but it really is his Juggernaut.
Rest of coL smoke up though and begin to go on the move. If they keep heading north to the Secret Shop, they could run into Owie, but they actually head into the Roche Pit and begin to go for the Aegis here. All right.
Yeah, I like that play just because they're showing Cancel bottom, so they're not going to expect you to 4-man take it. Look at this, Owie's right there, but you don't know anything, my man.
Envy just did a long jump to the mid lane, so I don't think they're going to have anything to say about this.
Oh, look at the Juggernaut illusion. Z-Freak sees it, he's like, oh, hello. We need that edict up now. They'll take this Roche finally.
All right.
They're going to get it. They know they're in there because the Lord sees them. It's gone. That's it. nice pickup, especially for Justin, you know, the guy who's always just sitting around.
He's been a victim of some serious hate crimes recently, so that'll be a nice Aegis to have on hand.
Diffusal now. That's so much damage with the Manta style. What does Cancel go now? Does he just go for the Silver Edge? That seems to be kind of what he's doing. I mean, it's obviously good versus the Enchantress. I mean, it's just good stats. That's why a lot of people get it.
Yeah.
It built into something that has good stats.
Yeah.
But versus Enchantress, and versus, I guess, even versus Envy. I mean, the Overload, you give him that, like, if you hit him and don't kill him, he can't play aggressively on you. All his damage is Overload. I pilot out that's what it's for, but I'm just theory, like
no,
summarizing.
fair enough. It's fair enough.
Three tower bottom.
Three tower bottom here for coL.
Cancel gets it. He is almost the most farmed in the game. That's impressive. Nope, he's going for Black King Bar. I'm a liar.
That's a safe bet. You know, good defensive grab, puts makes things very awkward for Envy if he's trying to have a say in the matter, and then he kind of just needs to kind of deal with Owie really only. MSS also won't be able to do too much.
You don't see this often. Z-Freak usually see the quick Diffusal Blade. He went Blink Dagger first on Ricky. So he wants to maybe interrupt Sand King is my best guess, or interrupt Eternal Envy. You don't see that. You see it later, but first item, man.
I mean, that's the thing is, you know, for Storms, I'm not, obviously, personally not a big Storm player, but you could just see how they play. You know, you jump in, you get the pull, you get the job done, and you can get out right away. But if Z-Freak's waiting in the wings, jumps in at the same moment, matches you on point with the smoke, there's going to be no jump out factor. Yeah, or I also like the idea you were mentioning, catching off backliners, like MSS Sand King trying to make a big epi play.
And you just jump in, tricks of the trade immediately, and all you have to do is hit MSS once, and he can't blink in. That's a wasted ult. It's interesting. And just positioning. I mean, that's Dota's biggest thing is positioning, it seems, and Blink Dagger is the best item for that.
MP seem to be taking the initiative on doing some work here through the bottom lane as they start pressuring out this tier 2. coL take the northern half of the map and continue their own personal grind of farm. Gets Cancel inches closer and closer to the precious BKB. It's MP's time to go on their own move. They have smoked.
Oh. And a gem on the Storm. I just noticed that pickup.
All right. Here they go. They're going to head straight up through their jungle.
So a 5-on-5 fight versus Aegis Luna. So 6-on-5 really.
Moo the closest between the two.
He backs up smartly.
Tower is under attack.
We haven't seen much from Moo actually, but he has a real decent amount of farm.
MSS is looking to make the call. They're looking to get the jump on the Justin. Remember, that's the Aegis. It will go down fast. Will they hang around for the fight? Owie spins in. Envy jumps in, but that's where the smoke is, and that's where the stun follow-up, and it works out beautifully. The blink in the play. Very nicely from Z-Freak on that one. But, oh no, Justin eats an Omni. Beautiful swap back from Swindle, but nice burrow catch from MSS. Will get the job done. Now, Impetus Strikes flying out from SVG as he walks through the smoke screen here. It looks like MP are going to be able to muscle them back. Envy's back now from the dead. He makes a long valiant jump, looking to get a catch onto anybody, but Z-Freak's the only one around, and he heads the other direction.
Where did the gem go in all of that? I don't see it. Oh, it's in the base of Radiant. So I mean, it's a 2-for-1 trade. Complexity loses their Luna, but they get the gem, which is, I mean, pretty big versus Ricky, honestly. And they do kill Envy again, who loses 4 of his charges. I'd say that's a pretty washable fight.
Z-Freak continues to watch everything here forward, but Moo, who you said we haven't seen much from, swing and a miss on the stun, but Z-Freak is still there, jumps in with his smoke screen, but Owie blade furies through it all. He eats way too much damage through it all. Long jump from Envy, but Owie already goes down. He gets hit him with a stun right away, and if they can burst him down, and they will, he's going to get dropped. This is devastation for NP. Melons is looking to hunt down Theban here. Missile in 4. Theban's got a tether. Nothing to jump to, though. He's getting close to that mid lane. Is that in reach? Oh, he gets him with the stun. Right clicks. Oh, the heal. The Owie heal.
Oh. Actually, that's even worse. You give Justin the kill now.
Oh, bummer. Well,
wow, that is what a fight. You know, the fact they killed Envy against 6 Bloodstone charges now, and they only lost Moo, who didn't even have his Bloodstone yet.
The net worth has crashed. Right back down.
The Dow Jones, my man. It's gone. Are you more of a Nas? You seem like a Nasdaq guy.
I don't stock. I don't numbers.
I just know those are those two. And the SP5.
Stock, Nas, yeah. I don't know, man.
I feel you.
That's why it's Dota.
That's Dota, baby. Oh, Luna went for the Morbid Mask and now looking to get the Manta. And of course, I mean, Manta's just good damage, good everything. And of course, you assume Storm's going to pick up an Orchid Bloodthorn eventually, and that's super good versus that.
Yep.
And wow, this Luna, all it took was that one last, I don't even know if you call that a fight. It was just, Owie was kind of out of position there.
It was nice, like Z-Freak, ever since the skirmish before that, he just continued to hang around that top lane.
Yep.
So he was free to stalk SVG and Owie and was just reading the situation nicely. And eventually they came close enough to where Moo was parked. And that started with Moo missing the stun, too. So that could have been even worse. So.
And that's why when they did lose that 2-for-1 top, it seemed like Complexity, they got the one person who had the gem. And I mean, them not having a gem set up that whole thing for him. And now look at MPs, they're back to their roots. The Sid is 5 now, while Ricky just kind of scouts out everything. BKB for Juggernaut, you don't see that often.
Here comes Complexity, though. They first deward the area, pop out the smoke, and they look to head right up into MP territory. He's close. He'd already been brought down 2 previous fights, but he's already hand-in-hand with Theben. Here goes Cancel, though. Rushing right on up. He spotted them all. Who's he going to stun? Who's the best target? Opts to go for MSS. There's the wave. There's the Eclipse. And there's the Stampede. Complexity have just ran right over 2. Owie pops out now. Is going to get silenced up. Dishes out the ward in his BKB. But he cannot make it out at all. Double kill for Justin on this one. Another convincing fight for Complexity overall. And MP are going to be forced right back inside their shell.
Yep, and knowing Swindle, that was such a good call. Maybe they saw the item. Maybe they saw. Whoa, oh, he's going for the creep wave. Oh, and Moo almost. Okay, Moo almost could have had him there. But the fact they waited for the Dragon Knight 16 to start that fight, man, Owie had BKB, but it literally does nothing versus the Frost attack. That was such a good fight from Complexity.
We'll have to see how much of a profit it's going to turn them here, because now they can make some serious advancements in this mid lane, taking the biggest net worth lead of the game so far. Tier 3 in trouble. They have
Manta coming out.
Right, Manta's out now.
Almost. No, wait, it's a BKB. What the hell? Oh, okay. I just saw his money gun. It was flying out. Oh, they're going in.
Jump in for Envy here. The Cloud is out. Cancel barely holding on to life. Will eventually be brought down, but Envy will also pay the price for it. And now it's SVG trying to be the damage core. Him and Theben help get out the damage on the Moo while the Epicenter does the real work, and they'll be able to get the takedown of the Lesh. Everyone else from Complexity had totally bailed out. They saw the return to Owie, and they did not want a piece of that. They'd already gotten what they wanted, and that is the Rax. So they're good.
I know I keep bringing it up because you think kills are really important. Leshrac lost a whole 2 gold on that, bought out his Bloodstone, had 0 unreliable gold or whatever. Yeah, and he lost nothing. So he gave him away experience in that, but he didn't lose anything himself, which is huge for Complexity because they're the ones trying to snowball and take those towers with Dragon Knight. And wow, Z-Freak's getting actually close to a Defusal Blade, and that's super scary.
Okay, but he's in trouble. They have a Dust. MSS leads it in.
He defusals him.
Yeah, he gets it off, tricks the trade, and he's out of there. Theben tried to show up with a Dust of his own, but nice job, Z-Freak, man. He avoids what could have turned into like a 3 or 4-man gank. And he's out of there. He's having a hell of a game on this Ricky.
He's just a player, man. Everyone talks about that whenever you see Complexity. Man, Z-Freak is such a good player, and you're like, why aren't you talking about anybody else? He just is that good of a player.
Yeah, man.
Oh, now he's going for a basher. I'm just calling him wrong all over the place. But you got to call him wrong to get him right occasionally.
Yeah, you know, you're bringing up a good conversation piece.
I really feel like Defusal would be good here. But he's going for the basher, maybe for the blink tricks to the trade. If you get 1 bash on Envy, I could just start the fight. That actually is a way better item. Go Z-Freak. Am I talking to myself here?
No, dude.
All right, cool. You're just letting me.
No, don't worry, dude. I'm just taking it all in right now. Just relax. Dota's being had.
Yep, I argue with myself quite a bit, so
That's
I like to think. And that's when Aha says you got to bring up different points to get a different opinion.
There you go. I like that.
I don't know if he actually said that, but it sounds like something he would say.
Yeah, some of the smart ass would say for sure. Here's a smoke movement coming out from coL now. And they'll just send Cancel right up to the scary side shot, but no MP to be found. Nearby, blinking into the lane is MSS. quickly forces back. And he understands that it is a very hostile area, so he just gets right back to the safety.
Oh, and they know. The ward just saw the chicken bring out a basher and put it on Ricky.
Oh, look who's looking to intercept it. Envy. Get the courier, Envy. Get it.
Radiant's top tower is under
Get the
attack.
teleport scroll to the left. He doesn't want either of them.
He'll settle for, yeah, Grant.
Man, they'll settle for Roche. This is a big Roche kill. It seems Complexity always in their push line have managed to get Roshan uncontested, which is huge.
MP trying to do their part. They keep all the other lanes pushed forward as far as possible, so coL have to take as much time as possible to kind of, get the lanes black in their favor so they can make an advancement. But that bottom lane is already moving forward pretty nicely, and they figure they'll just work with that. So they're going to move right in.
You don't think of DK as much of a right clicker, but when you have the Lunar Blessing and the Venge aura, he just does insane amounts of damage.
Envy looking to clear, steps back. Now a little bit short on mana. Cancel will get swapped out, saved by Swindle. Now looks to make a new approach. He gets to go to work on the racks here. Meanwhile, creeping in from the side, Owie force out his BKB. Bit of an awkward spot. SPB in a bit of trouble, but they're going to be able to get the first to the finish onto Cancel. Now Justin looking to move on in. Big connection of the stun coming out from Moo. Locks him down and forces out the double buyback. Envy jumps in, but gets silenced briefly. Has to sidestep back out. Looks to go in for the finish. Will be able to get Moo. Now Owie sidesteps, pulls back. Justin now getting slowed from the enchant from SVG, and the right clicks come out, and Envy shows up to get the finish. MP looking to hold here. Force Complexity all the way up and out, and they even managed to catch up with Swindle, who is holding that gem, and will be handing it right back over.
So, well, they get the melee racks, though, which is huge. They see Z-Freak, but he's going to teleport out. And that was, I don't know what Cancel was doing. Cancel just stayed there and right-clicked the melee racks. I'm like, oh, he must have the Aegis. And I looked at him, and he didn't. He was just fighting with, like, 20 HP. But they do get the melee racks, and who bought back? It was Owie and Eternal Envy? I guess I can just look.
It was SVG,
and
MSS. Yeah.
So, Grant, well, you got the two right. There's two heroes. I mean, they got the melee racks. They're fine with that. Complexity may have lost a lot of heroes, but you get the two melee racks as the big racks as middle and bottom. And
yeah, these lanes are going to keep pushing a bit, and also the farm is going to be worth a bit less now to MP. So it's overall a nice little win for coL, but
exactly, and the creeps, obviously, now when they push in bottom and middle, they do that unhealable damage to the ranged barraxes that you'll never get back. Never.
Well, coL just set in a nice little spot, but MP have shown that there's definitely fight in them, so they should not be getting...
Storm has the Orchid now.
Yeah.
I believe he'll go for the Link, and maybe we'll go for the Bloodthorn, he'll go for the Hail Mary. Oh, top! Where's the gem at?
MP does have a haste. He just jumps out right away. Nearby is MSS with a gem. And they go ping right in there. They go south, but he's north.
Is Z-Freak still going to look? Looks like he might. Blinks up now.
Z-Freak
he has a gem. He has to fix the trade. Who's quicker?
Okay. Oh, blink out from MSS real fast. Oh my gosh, he sees him still.
Basher.
Smoke screen bash, not there. Tricks the trade comes out, but MSS is already gone.
That was 25% chance, had 2 hits. That's 50%. Grant, I don't think that's how it works. It isn't. In case you're wondering, Dakota.
I'm glad we deducted that.
You're welcome.
Oh, man. All right.
That would have been a huge kill. That was the gem again.
Yeah.
Like, if he would have just hit him once right there, I don't know if he wasn't looking, because he could have tricked to the trade before MSS blinked, because he had to turn around. He was facing the other way. It was whoever had quicker fingers, and it looks like MSS won that battle. Dragonite is going to have a Soul Curse and 300 gold, though. That's scary.
Definitely will make their sieging that much better, and their slow siege potential is very nice this game. Something they were kind of missing out on in their other games when they were trying to kind of close it out. Like game 1 definitely was a game that Complexity could have ended much sooner. Obviously MP had a lot of fight left in them, but the options on how Complexity could kind of get themselves inside the base were pretty limited. They tried to have like the ballsy storm jump in plays and stuff, but yeah, it was definitely a bit awkward. This time they got a Dragonite, they got slow sieging capability, they got the Lesh again. So.
And Moo is bringing out a Hood, so very good versus Sand King, obviously. And that's about it. I mean, that's all you need it for, and I guess just the Storm Spirit's overall damage. They're going to be able, this tier 2 is going to drop pretty quick. Ooh, and look at he even has the Siege unit, my man.
Siege unit taken, and that's tier 2. That is definitely going to be a crumbling down. MP
Hey, they're backing a little.
coming to attendance here a bit. Aoi running on in with the Shadow Blade. Looking to see if he can get a snipe on someone in the back lines.
Oh, gem on,
all the way
vengeful
up and
again.
around, yeah. But there's a new gem in town. Well, Aoi see it. Justin's nearby. They're already making a move up in the front. Relocate, slight pullback from Theban. But he cannot make it back inside as easily as Envy can. They've spotted Aoi. Oh, and he tried to go for the Lucid Beam, but there was a Manta. Smokescreen comes out, and so does the Omni. Now Aoi going to be caught under the mesh, and they focus onto him, and they will be able to take him down. Oh, mission abort, Aoi. Trying to make a move from behind, and Envy tries to follow up once again. This time he will be able to ball lightning back it away. Best barely making it out with his life. MSS not going to be so fortunate, or will he? Burrow strike up and in, does end up going down. They will be able to snag up the gem on the courier. Envy, though, does strike once more, moves on in, gets the snipe onto Ricky. Melon's caught inside, will be able to TV back out, and MP do hold.
That was 100% MSS. After the Venge swap stunned the Storm, MSS immediately force-staffed him, and Lesh missed a stun because of it. That probably saved him the game, honestly.
Wow.
That was the fight. Once again, Cancel was inside of their base, fighting an Enchantress, a Storm, and an IO, while the rest of their team was fighting a Juggernaut. I feel like if Cancel just hung around with his team, these fights would be a little bit easier.
They definitely tried to make some serious push onto Envy there, and that is unfortunately for them when Aoi kind of revealed himself. And at that point, they had to make those quick-witted reactions. And yeah, obviously Envy had outnumbered them inside their own base, and that's when Cancel went down.
Theban did buy back. I mean, that's not the biggest buyback thing. He has a gem in his stash. I think Dyer has both the gems now, right?
There is still a gem on the Melons. He did not die in that fight.
Oh,
so
yeah, he did TB out.
Yeah, he was still good.
Oh, there's 3 gems, though. IO has one in base and in his stash, and now MSS picks one of them up. So there's 3 gems just floating around this game now. The classic.
It's a Ricky game, you know, so...
Yep. Oh, and Melons, don't question mark me, bro.
No, I mean, it seems pretty obvious that Swindle, or at least his team, are not experiencing lag, so they're just kind of curious what's up, you know? Because isn't that kind of that's the thing. When you pause,
should say when you pause, yeah.
Okay, when you pause, you should give at least a one-word descriptive.
Yeah, like P or
you can even
light.
do sec, you know?
Yeah.
The pause, no response though, that is kind of...
How easy would it be to just pause and say lag?
I mean, if you're lagging pretty hard, it might be a little difficult, but apparently someone on their team can type, so...
Yep. Yo. And so coL, I believe all of them are at the coL house except for Cancel.
I think both these teams are pretty boot camping right now, right? Yeah, with
I don't think MP's boot camping yet. I know they're... Didn't EE just raise the money? I don't believe they are.
I guess I assumed they were inside of a boot camp sitting on buckets or something instead.
They're sitting on top. They're literally boot camping. There's boots they're playing on.
Alright, so they're not boot camping yet. Alright,
yeah, but it's good. Complexity is safe. After the Florida hurricane, apparently they were right in the middle of it, so good for them that they're safe.
Alright, looks like the lag is over for now, and we will get back underway. 26-23, your net worth advantage belongs to Complexity at about 5.5k. XP is right down the middle, and it's still a 1-to-1 in this best of 5. Our winner will be making it out to LA for the LAN.
And I love the pay up by Storm. Doesn't go anything fancy like the Bloodthorn. He just goes straight into the BKB and I mean, all the stuns. I mean, you have Venge, Lesh, and Dragon Knight.
That's good. That's a no-nonsense pickup item right there.
Yeah.
And I applaud the grab by MB here.
Oh, man. Smart. And the funniest part is usually, wasn't he the one on C9 had the whole meme of never getting a BKB on Lunas and stuff when he needed it? I believe that was him.
Probably.
Not this time. Oh, the smoke.
Swap into a straight-up stun. No chance for a BKB. They tried to relocate him, but it's not going to be good enough, and they look for the follow-up, and they're going to get MSS2 Complexity, all set up by the Swindle man himself.
What a swap stun. Oh, my goodness. And there goes Rose as well. No buyback for sure on 1437 now.
That was quick, fast, and in a hurry for Complexity, and that is exactly what they needed if they wanted to be able to pull out the clinch here. But Aoi doing what he can to hold up, dishes out the Omni Slash. It does some work on the move, but he can't get the finish. He's desperate to go for him. He's blade fearing forward, but he's not going to get it. The rest of Complexity will help bring him down. SVG will be able to snipe down the cancel kill, though. Killing spree for him, but he is quickly assaulted by these glaives, and he is dead. Buybacks begin to trickle out, both from Owie and from Savage, but Owie dies back. That's going to be game. Complexity have done it just like that, and they will take the 2-1 advantage in this best of 3. Or best of 5, Grant. Best of 5, Grant.
Best of 5, my man. When Moo does the...
Moo drops everything on the floor.
I actually consider it smart. He drops all his items in the end score screen. Now that you can't watch replays, they'll never know what kind of items he went if you drop them, since you can't watch the replays. I think it's actually super smart, even though, sorry, that's an off tangent. But Complexity, that's swap by Swindle. My goodness.
No, I agree with that, because he's obviously pioneering this off-lane kind of Lesh thing going.
Yeah, and look at Melon's also dropped his items if you click on it. It's smart. If you can't watch replays, you might as well do something like that.
I could just imagine Swindle yelling out for that, too.
Drop the
items, guys! Drop the items, guys, right now! We don't want to give him any information. Just drop the items right now.
Yeah, that was just a good game all around from coL. They had a few mistakes, like Justin dying early solo to Eternal Envy. Canceled, kind of doing his own thing a lot of the game, but when it mattered, they had the clutch play. That play by Melons, that was just...
Yeah, you gotta respect where it's due. So, you know, they made the quick, so they recognized that one opportunity. Like, Envy's there, he's feeling confident, he's got that new BKB. He's like, I got this, boys. No problem. But just that little bit of room that he put up for himself, jumping into the wave and farming it, just enough time for them to get the swap insta stun, and so goes it. Nice new BKB. Not even gonna get to used once. And here we go, man. It's time for championship rounds, if you will, Grant, as we go into game number 4.
And I know so many people are just saying, man, NP's going to take this 3-0 easy. There's been 3 games, and Complexity's in the lead right now.
This is crazy. And will Complexity finally make the trip out to the summit? We'll have to see if that's going to be the case or not. We'll cut to a break. When we come back, it'll be game number 4. That's Grant. I'm coL Guy. We'll see you soon for more Summit 6 American Qualifier action.
E-Gaming Bets, online betting for